Welcome to SandCity Sports. I am your host, the Cape Cod Kid, artist formerly known as Andre King, and we're back again to bring you all the sports and current events news stories that you need to know. Folks, your boy was just about on time today. Beautiful thing. Just about. Not all the way there, okay, because, we know that to be on time is to be 15 minutes early, and I certainly was not 15 minutes early, but I made a little bit of improvement. There's some progress in my process, which is very exciting. So, proud of that. I'll pat myself on the back a little bit, for these achievements, whereas, I should, especially, I'm not a spring chicken. These things should already be in order, as I charge through my 30s. But doing a little bit better, as far as time is concerned. As always, special shout out to the people here at Cape Cod Media Center, Jamie Horton, also Dave DeWeese, helping out on this production. Continuing forth, got a chance to see another content creator in the building. I want Mr. Angel Robinson, who has a show, The Drop, does a great job with that talk show. Got a chance to talk briefly. We have, ourselves. He works in recreation, I work in education. But also, you guys out there in television, YouTube land, we got a little vacation coming up. So he was excited about that. Christmas vacation coming up. A time, again, family and friends. It was my buddy's birthday the other day. One quick story to get going here. And, I had the young people going, and it's his birthday. Point of fact is, I'm not a parent, but you parents, I always tell you. I don't have a hat on, I'm tipping the hat that I don't have on to you, okay? Because the holiday season for you parents, especially if your kids young, elementary school, middle school, even, it's just the energy is just crazy, So at this little shindig I was at the other day, just watching, the young bucks, the Thundercats out there just running, running wild. I had to go home and take half an hour, 45-minute power nap, just looking at it. I don't even have any kids. So you folks out there with kids, going into this holiday season, I commend you, we commend you, and you do a good job, and I remember, a friend of mine telling me, I'm going to get off my soapbox here, is as parents, you don't always, just because you don't get the outstanding, wonderful gift, thinking back, all the gifts my parents got me when I was a kid, you feel like you can't live without them, is a friend of mine said, we gave our kids all the things that we didn't have growing up, but none of the things that we did have growing up, And point of fact there, is that family in and of itself, is the greatest gift, in that sense of togetherness, of love, of support, of encouragement. That supersedes all of the material gifts that, we get excited about having during this time of year. So, parents, families, going into the holiday season, great stuff. Okay, folks, to the business at hand. This is SandCity Sports, so we got to do some sports talk. A lot of great games across the board. We saw teams that shouldn't have won win, and then we saw some teams that were doubted stand tall. And being here in New England, the Patriots got a much-needed and well-deserved victory over the Cincinnati Bengals. We'll get that final score for you up on the screen. Really righted the ship in many ways. Now, it is Cincinnati Bengals. They have not won 3 games at all over the course of this season. So we can't get to, or folks, I'm here, I'm just becoming a part of the, whole tradition, even though it's not necessarily a team that I grew up with, so on and forth. But a win's a win. And then they won convincingly. And just going through, the daily reports. Fact of the matter is, Stephon Gilmore is looking like he's distinguishing himself and really separating himself from the pack in terms of being Defensive Player of the Year. And with that in mind, the Patriots, I believe they forced 4 or 5 turnovers. You get that specific number for you. Scored, via special teams. So this wasn't necessarily a circumstance whereas, Tom Brady kind of led the charge and, that's the reason why the Patriots won by double digits. No, this was a defense-led victory, a total team victory. But this is the Patriots team. I think, folks, in our evaluation of the Patriots and their capabilities and what they will or will not, and we don't know what they will or will not do. But in terms of looking at this team in comparison to other teams, that's just end of story. This team is led by the defense. Tom Brady, for all of his Super Bowl rings and all of his greatness, is not the leader of this team, point, period, end of story. And as folks evaluate this season and this Patriots team, that's how they're going to have to, in my view, put together their calculus. If the Patriots defense holds up, and generates offense and dictates the terms